Hey guys, welcome back. This is your third and final lesson for this week. So remember, you have the keywords for each of these 3 lessons, as well as getting these submitted to me. All right, so what we're looking at today is interpreting data from a scatter plot. So the scatter plot compares shoe size and height in adult males. Based on the graph, do you think there is a relationship between a man's shoe size and his height? So if we look at this data over here, is there some sort of correlation? Is it going in a negative direction? Is it going in a positive direction? Or is it just kind of going all over the place? Yeah, hopefully you were saying that it's going in a positive direction, which means there is a correlation. So yes, there is a correlation looking at this. The points generally are all going in the same direction. They're all going in an increasing direction. So as the shoe size increases, the height also increases. The points trend in a positive direction. So remember, when we're dealing with scatter plots, we take and look at, are they close together? Are they spread out? Which direction are they going in? Do they look like they're going in a positive direction, a negative direction? Or does it just look like we have points all over the place? If there's points all over the place, there's no correlation. If the points have some directionality to them, then there is a correlation. It may be a weak one, it may be a strong one. The stronger it is, the closer to a line the data points are. The weaker it is, the more spread out they are, and the less like a line it looks like. So keep that in mind as you guys do number 2. So same idea. You're either going to say yes or no and determine whether or not there is a correlation. All right, the next thing we are looking at are two-way frequency tables. So here is the data from Mr. Austin's 10-point quiz. Students needed to score 6 or better to pass the quiz. So this is the same data that we had in the previous lesson. So for number 3, make a two-way frequency table to show how many students passed the quiz and how many students failed the quiz in each class. Okay, so for first period, we're looking at 6 or higher. So we've got a 6, 7, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks like we have 12 for first period that passed. So for failed in first period, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And wait, did I miss one? Yep, 8. Okay, so then we have 8 for failed. So the total number of students in first period then is 20. All right, for second period now. So go back to our blue for passing. Remember, you have to get a 6 or higher to pass. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 that passed in second period. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that did not pass. That's supposed to be an 8. Hang on. 8 that did not pass. So 7 plus 8 gives us 15. So we had 15 students total in second period. All right, on to third period passing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have another 12 that passed third period. Now we need to look at how many failed. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So we only have 3 students who failed. And 12 plus 3 is 15. All right, now we need to take and add our totals for each of the rows. So 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 7 is 31. And then for the next one, we have 8 and 8, which is 16, plus 3, which is 19. And then the last row, we have 15 and 15, which is 30, plus 20, which is 50. Okay, for this next part, it says use a colored pencil to lightly shade the cells containing joint frequency numbers in the table. The unshaded numbers are the marginal frequencies. Use these terms to answer the following questions. So our joint frequencies are going to be these that I put in green, which actually that 50 that I did should be in green as well. Give me 1 second. 50. So it's the column totals that are going to be our joint frequencies. The marginal frequencies are these over here. So if Mr. Austin wanted to see how many students in all 3 classes combined passed the quiz, where would he look? So looking at this, where did he need to look to figure that out? Well, he'd look in the marginal frequencies where past and total connect. So marginal frequencies where past and total connect. So it's where those 2 categories are overlapping in this case. So you guys will take a look at number 5. I want to see if you guys can come up with what that would be. All right, now for number 6, you're making a two-way frequency table that gives the relative frequencies of the frequency scores for each class. So that means we're looking at percentages here. So we're going to take 12 and divide it by 20 and figure out what percentage that represents. So 12 out of 20 is what percent? 60%. Then 8 out of 20 is 40%, which gives us 100%. So you guys will do the exact same thing for second period, third period, and the total. I will tell you across the bottom here, these will all be 100%. So for these pass failed, it's going to be the number out of the total. So 7 out of 15, 8 out of 15, 12 out of 15, 3 out of 15, 31 out of 50, 19 out of 50. So looking at each one of those to get your percentages. And if when you do them, they don't add to 100, double check your math, okay? All right. This last section is very similar to what we just looked at, so just going to explain it to make sure you understand what you're looking at here. You're organizing the data. So Sophie surveyed all the 6th grade students at Reagan Elementary School to find out which TV network was their favorite. She thought that it would be important to know whether the respondent was a boy or girl, so she recorded her information in the following way. So we've got all her data that she collected. So she looked at Animal Planet, Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nickelodeon. And so she's got that all listed down here. What you guys will be doing is how many girls were there for Animal Planet, how many girls were there for Cartoon Network, Disney, Nickelodeon. Same thing with boys. Then you'll do your totals for each. Now, it's got these questions right here saying Sophie planned to use her data to answer the following questions. You don't answer them right here. You answer them down here after you fill out the two-way frequency chart. So frequency table is your keyword for this lesson because we've been looking at a lot of frequency tables within this lesson. So frequency table is your keyword for this lesson, okay? So like I said, what you're doing is you're counting how many girls and boys there are for each of these different TV networks, and then you'll answer these 3 questions based on your frequency chart or frequency table, which is your keyword. All right, have a wonderful week and happy mathing.